In today's video, we're going to show you how to change out your differential fluid in your F30 BMW. Hey, this is Brian. Thanks for watching Kies Motorsports. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and check us out at KiesMotorsports.com. Behind me is my 2013 F30 335 with roughly 55,000 miles. And today, we're going to show you how to change out your rear differential fluid. Now, whether you have an X-Drive or rear-wheel drive, this process is exactly the same. So, let's get started. Changing out your rear differential fluid, it's a really good idea to just do this on if you have like race ramps or something like that, or a jack and jack stands. You don't need a lift. If you have one, it's not gonna hurt. We're really using it just for video purposes, but just so you know, the lift is 100% not necessary for this job. So with that said, we are going to put the car up in the air so you guys can see what's going on. All right, so with the car up in the air, again, you want to make sure whenever you're doing any kind of fluid change that the car is as level as possible. We have a 14 millimeter fill plug, which is also our drain plug. Unfortunately, they don't put an actual drain plug on, so you have to basically siphon it out of the fill location. So just take your 14 mil. It's only tightened to 60 Newton meters, so it's not going to be crazy tight. I'm just going to remove this. And whenever you're changing differential fluids, you always want to make sure that you just get a new plug. They're very inexpensive, and that way you know that everything is going to be properly sealed as well when you go to reinstall it. Now, to get the fluid out, you are going to need a fluid extractor. This one's from Eibach. I'll have an Amazon link below for where you can get it. The only problem with this one is when you actually go to insert the extractor, it doesn't go down and it doesn't go back all that far. So what I'm going to do, I have some nylon line. This is actually for meth injection. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little adapter just to make it so that we can get as much of this fluid out as possible. Because as you can see, the hole goes up, but to get this to stay down, it's not really going to work. So if you have a little piece of nylon line like this, and you just hit it with a torch for a second, once this cools down, we're going to have a nice angle that's going to help us get all that hard to reach fluid. The big thing with diff fluid is unless you have something like this, it's very difficult to make sure that you got it all out. A lot of times you could leave easily 20% in there, depending on what you're using to actually get the fluid out. So if you have something like this, it's going to make it a lot easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this on the end of my syringe, and then we're going to extract the fluid. Okay, so this actually just slides in like that. Now they do have more so automated tools, vacuum tools that you can use for this, but we're doing this budget style. Okay, you can see how dark the fluid is as well. When we put the new stuff in, it's nice and light. Now, because the tube is so small, it takes a little while to pull it out. So if you wanted to use something bigger than a little 1/4 inch line or so, you can, which is what we had available at the shop. Whenever you're doing anything with diff fluid, make sure you're wearing gloves. You know, in a lot of videos, I don't wear gloves, but diff fluid, we wear gloves because it smells really bad. Here's a third one. All right, not bad, not bad. All right, so we were able to extract 3 of these in about a third. Looks like we're just getting pretty much just air right now. So with that, we got as much as we could possibly get out. Tried a couple times, even off camera. We're just getting just that little bit on the bottom. So now it is time to take this part out and get ready to fill. Okay, so this is what we're using for the fluid. It is BMW OEM fluid. Just word of caution, it is pretty expensive. It's almost $70 per little bottle, and we have 3 on hand for this, so we're gonna let you know exactly how much we use. It's always good to have a little bit extra. If over time, maybe you develop a leak, you need to pop out an axle and you spill some. So it's always good to have a little bit on hand anyway, so good to have a little bit extra. And as you'd imagine, we'll leave all of the links for all the products and tools down in that description. So now with my extractor, we are going to put in the new fluid. And what we're going to do, we're just gonna slowly fill this up until it starts to leak out. It's not exactly a precise measurement. It's kind of a fill till you can't, which will drive your OCD friends mad. All right, so we used a full bottle so far. Let's move on to the next bottle. Make sure we get it as far back as we can. All right, so that is good. So let me go grab our new drain plug and we're going to thread it in by hand and then we're going to torque it down to 60 Newton meters. And as we said earlier, it's always recommended that you change this plug, which comes with a new seal. Do 60 Newton meters. Okay, and then what we're gonna do, we just spilled a little diff fluid on here. Just going to use some parts cleaner. Just clean it up a little bit. Make sure that everything looks good. So this way, if we ever have a leak or anything like that, we'll know exactly where it's coming from. But with that, there's no other programming, there's no other break-in, there's nothing else. That's 100% done and good to go. Now, like I said before, this car has about 55,000 miles. So I like to do it every 50,000 or so. It's just a good idea to just keep up with your fluid. So with that, this video is that easy. It is over already. So once again, for all the tools and products we used in today's video, be sure to see the links in the description. Once again, I'm Brian, that's Zach behind the camera. Thanks for watching Kies Motorsports. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and check us out at kiesmotorsports.com. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.